This is a kindergarten where only those worth 10 billion yen can enroll. All the classmates here are presidents of top-tier companies. The senior friends are very friendly to new arrivals. To heal the tired president's minds, the kindergarten lets everyone return to their childhood. Here, one can enjoy all the comfort in the world, including the beautiful teacher's lullaby service. This is a paradise created by the devil. Yamada was very grateful to the person who had taken him to such a heaven. Yet, Moguro Fukuzo charged no fees from such wealthy people. He only asked Yamada not to bring his social status into the kindergarten. On this day, Yamada was happily playing with a model plane, but his deskmate suddenly got angry. Yamada was knocked flying, all because he refused to lend his toy. Nakamura climbed right on top of him, then patted Yamada's buttocks, wanting to play a horse riding game. Just as a sense of humiliation welled up in Yamada's heart, the teacher hurried over. The surrounding area fell silent instantly. Yamada quickly rushed over to the teacher to act coquettishly. After that, Nakamura was scolded for starting the fight. As for Yamada, he was led by the beautiful teacher to change his pants. The next day, a company president came to ask for an investment. Just as Yamada was about to stand up to receive him, he realized the visitor was none other than Nakamura. Now he could get revenge for that butt-patting incident. Back in the kindergarten, Yamada's gaze was sharp, while the once arrogant Nakamura now looked timid and submissive. To appease Yamada, Nakamura took the initiative to stick out his buttocks. With the sound of a slap, Nakamura glared at Yamada angrily, but since he wanted to cooperate with Yamada, he could only grit his teeth and endure the pain. After Yamada had vented his anger, Moguro Fukuzo appeared in his office. Even though there was only one rule, Yamada had broken it. Now, he would have to accept the devil's punishment. Shota is an extremely insecure man. No matter what happens, his first reaction is to kneel and kowtow to apologize. Even if he's not in the wrong, Shota will still apologize humbly, over and over. Someone as timid and submissive as him. Even at the company, no one wants to associate with him. Beneath his cowardly exterior, Shota actually longs to change himself. When he kicks an iron bucket in Moguro Fukuzo's face, his chance finally comes. Moguro Fukuzo takes Shota to the tallest building in the city. The feeling of looking down from above makes him feel refreshed and invigorated. Always looking up at others is a sign of inferiority. And now, Moguro Fukuzo is determined to completely change Shota's personality. He says that if Shota lives on the top floor for a week, his personality will definitely change completely. With that, he shoots a glowing wave at Shota. Time passes quickly. When Moguro Fukuzo returns to the top floor again, Shota has been completely transformed. An aura of authority emanates from him, and his face is filled with contempt. When he arrives at the company and faces his section chief, Shota is a completely different person. His gaze turned fierce, subdued the other party with just a few words. News of Shota's drastic personality change soon reaches the company president. Looking at Shota's unyielding eyes and proud work attitude, the president isn't angry at all. Instead, he recognizes Shota as a talented person. He immediately approves a promotion and salary increase for Shota. After achieving success, Shota goes to a tavern to thank Moguro Fukuzo. This time, however, Moguro Fukuzo doesn't offer any warnings. Is this a perfect ending? But when Shota stands in front of his own house, looking at the low, shabby house in front of him, Shota decides to move to a high-rise building. But as soon as he opens the door, the voice of his over 200-pound wife comes out. An old man living in such a shabby room is actually offering a high part-time salary of 40,000 yen a day, and the job is as simple as going out to play on his behalf. The old man wants to go out and have fun while he's still alive, but his body won't allow it, so he wants to hire someone to travel for him, then come back and tell him all the happy things. Shinsuke says he doesn't have enough money left for traveling. The old man quickly takes out 3 million yen and counts out 100,000 yen. After deducting the daily salary, the rest will be used as travel expenses. A few days ago, Shinsuke lost 40,000 yen playing mahjong. While he was worrying about this, Moguro Fukuzo handed him a part-time job manual. The remuneration in it was absurdly high, so Shinsuke took this easy, high-paying job. He plans to first pay off his gambling debts. His friends are all shocked. Shinsuke pulls out the remaining money to show off, saying he wants to bet bigger next time. But two of his friends dare not bet that much. Just then, 3 gangsters arrive. They are very interested in this gambling game, and in just one round, they clean out all of Shinsuke's chips. To make things worse, the gangsters arbitrarily multiply the stakes by 10. Even if Shinsuke takes out all his remaining money, it's not enough. Under the 3 men's threats, Shinsuke takes them to find the old man he met that day. But no matter how hard he knocks, there's no answer. The aunt next door tells him nobody has lived here for half a year. Shinsuke feels like he's encountered a ghost. In the bar, Moguro Fukuzo pays the old man the 100,000 yen part-time fee. The old man returns the 3 million yen, but he's confused. What exactly is Moguro Fukuzo getting out of doing this? This is the first time Moguro Fukuzo has been so seriously injured, all because the man in front of him is too clumsy. And when Moguro Fukuzo removes the tumor, the camera finally pans to a no ball games sign nearby. It turns out Yuto is a fanatical golf enthusiast, but ever since he took up golf over a decade ago, Yuto has always finished last in every game he plays. Yet even though he doesn't enjoy it, he's still deeply obsessed with it. His wife wants Yuto to spend more time with her, but Yuto remains obsessed with golf. In preparation preparation for an upcoming tournament. He even goes to the park to practice late at night, which leads to the incident where he accidentally injures Moguro Fukuzo. After seeing the emptiness in Yuto's heart, Moguro Fukuzo has a custom golf club made for Yuto the next day. Its bizarre design immediately draws everyone's attention, and with Moguro Fukuzo's magic, Yuto's golf skills instantly rival those of a professional player. Under the stunned gaze of everyone, the enchanted club helps Yuto get a hole-in-one. This amazing experience finally lets Yuto feel the joy of playing golf. He thinks back to the moment he got the hole-in-one, and how the department head still couldn't accept it. Yuto doesn't get to enjoy the happiness for long, as Moguro Fukuzo soon offers a warning. This club is custom-made specifically for him, and he must never let anyone else use it. Otherwise, what might happen is even beyond Moguro Fukuzo's ability to predict. Then, in another tournament, Yuto gets another hole-in-one, stealing the spotlight completely. A disgruntled opponent suspects something is off, and insists on using Yuto's club for a swing. But Moguro Fukuzo's warning echoes in Yuto's mind, so Yuto reluctantly refuses. However, the department head uses a provocative tactic. He claims Yuto's skill comes entirely from the club, and Yuto himself is still a novice. The provocation works. The department head gets the club as he wishes, but when he swings to hit the ball doesn't even leave the tee. This is an utter embarrassment for the department head. At the same time, Yuto has broken his promise to Moguro Fukuzo. Moguro Fukuzo's face seems to slowly appear on the club. Then, in the next moment, the hit ball flies eerily into the depths of the forest. When Yuto runs over to check, he finds the golf ball has hit a burly man right on the head. Every day, the man disguises himself and comes to the company's basement level 3, simply because all the hostesses here are his colleagues from work. During the day, they're people Nakamura could never hope to approach, but at night, he can choose any of them freely. Nakamura is an ordinary employee at a top-tier company. Though he's quite unremarkable, he's fallen for the most beautiful colleague in the company. But for some reason, no matter how many times Nakamura asks her out, Mayumi always turns him down. Though she had these colleagues for company, his long-standing failure to win Mayumi's affection is pushing him to the brink of depression. Then, Moguro Fukuzo appears when Nakamura is in the restroom. After seeing how dull Nakamura's life has become, Moguro Fukuzo takes Nakamura to a club specially set up for introverted men, and this place is located on the third basement floor of Nakamura's company. Only with Moguro Fukuzo's membership card can Nakamura get in easily. The club is so high-end that Nakamura is overwhelmed by everything he sees. Besides that, Nakamura also discovers that the colleagues he could never approach normally are all hostesses here. Just then, Mayumi, the woman Nakamura adores most, shows up too. She usually ignores him completely, but today she takes the initiative to sit next to Nakamura. This undoubtedly sparks Nakamura's desire to spend money. Seeing Nakamura have such a great experience, Moguro Fukuzo feels pleased for him. He tells Nakamura he can come and enjoy himself here anytime he wants, and all expenses will be charged to Moguro Fukuzo's account. But there's just one condition. He must never mention the club to anyone. When Nakamura faces Mayumi again at work, his mind is filled with images of asking her out for drinks at night. However, the good times don't last long. That night, Nakamura finds his beloved Mayumi sitting with someone else. He doesn't know that the man touching Mayumi is Moguro Fukuzo, but this still makes Nakamura furious, and after failing to ask Mayumi out repeatedly, Nakamura even asks her out directly at the company. But Mayumi doesn't give Nakamura a second glance. Humiliated and enraged, Nakamura blurts out that Mayumi works as a hostess, but no one believes him. Instead, his colleagues dismiss his words as nonsense. Trying to stay calm, Nakamura decides to go downstairs to point out Mayumi and prove himself, but Moguro Fukuzo is already waiting for him there. Moguro Fukuzo explains that he merely enjoys spending time with Mayumi, while Nakamura is so obsessed with Mayumi's body. Since that's the case, Moguro Fukuzo decides to grant Nakamura's wish by turning him into a woman too. This is the most cynical episode of Moguro Fukuzo regarding human nature. Should one work numbly day in and day out, or live for the moment in indulgence? Kentaro was originally an honest office worker. He lived an extremely regular life, but it never brought joy to his face. He even felt anxious when the train arrived 7 seconds early. Then Moguro Fukuzo appeared. He intended to fill the emptiness in Kentaro's heart, but for Kentaro, who never arrived late for work, his busy life left no room for him to care about his mental well-being. Yet, under Moguro Fukuzo's insistent guidance, Kentaro went deep into the forest. All he saw ahead was a wooden house built in a tree. To solve the food problem, Kentaro began picking mushrooms in the forest. He took a beer rinsed with stream water from Moguro Fukuzo's hand. Everything felt simple and unadorned, yet never boring. After taking a bite of the slightly toxic mushrooms, the hallucinations before his eyes made Kentaro feel ecstatic. Late at night, he bathed in cool spring water, gazed at the stars above, and even had animals come to keep him company. Because in the forest, water is a resource shared by many animals. This can be understood as a gift from nature. This unique life made Kentaro want to stay a few more days. Everything felt so comfortable, but no matter how wonderful it was, the forest was never suitable for Kentaro, a modern man. At first, life without work was bearable, but as time passed, his heart felt even emptier. So with Moguro Fukuzo's help, Kentaro returned to the city. But compared to the Kentaro of a few days ago, it seemed he had finally understood the law of the jungle in the city.